Oh, welcome back everybody. It's good to see you again. It's been a little bit of an eventful 10 days, I think. Apologies for the delay in producing the video again. I actually produced a video about 4 or 5 days ago, but I've had a few problems. The first problem is I spent an hour recording for you and forgot to switch the microphone on. So when I sat down to do the editing, I just got silent footage. So I re-recorded everything again. I did the recording in my office, which is a first, and spent about another hour recording all this patter. And when I tried to edit that, the echo from the room was absolutely abysmal. Well, welcome back everybody. It's been a pretty hectic week, as you know. So the audio quality was scrapped, so I had to scrap that again. So I re-recorded a third time. And that was fine. I recorded it outside like I'm doing now. You get much better sound quality out here. And I got everything into the editor. I edited. I got 95% to the end of my edit, and I was just finishing off. And my brand new external hard drive just packed in. I've only had it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, and it just suddenly gave up the ghost on me. Right at the end of doing my edit, and unfortunately all the footage from the memory cards was on that drive. I kind of transfer them onto that external drive and delete them from the memory cards. So I spent 4 days trying to recover everything. I'm free. So it was a bit of a disaster, so I've had to come and re-record everything again. So I'll probably record it a little bit different this time. So you'll get a new edit. I'm sorry about the delay. So what was I talking about? Well, yeah, what I was talking about was my damaged paramotor. The main problem I've got with the paramotor is the prop's damaged again. It was an expensive prop, cost me about £500 UK. I've been in contact with Nirvana UK, and they can replace it for about £440 UK. I don't have many options. I've been advised against a wooden prop because of the way that things mount on the Nirvana. It mounts with a kind of a clamp that clamps the prop on. I've considered getting a buy prop, but a buy prop is £300. It's only £140 less. And if I didn't damage that, then I'd be wanting to replace it and getting a tri-prop anyway. So I'd be £300 out of pocket again. So I'm probably going to go down the lines then of having to buy another tri-prop. That's a little bit delayed because I'm having that delivered when I'm back in the UK. I go back to the UK in a few days' time to work again, and I'm going to have it delivered there. So when I get back from working, we should be good to go. The other thing I had to repair was the hoop section. You know, you remember? These are the hoops that we have on the Nirvana. There's 4 hoop sections altogether, and the top hoop sections came apart. They both got damaged, both the top sections. As well as damaging the hoop section, damage to 2 of the spars, not just one. This was the one that was in this kind of position, as you see on the video, and as the top collapsed, that went down, snapped that off there. So you'll see the plastic bit there that snapped off. Okay, so that one is defunct, and also the other one that you saw got broken That was the original, well, not original, that was the DIY job that was done. You can probably see there araldite. It turns out it was araldite, and there's the broken section. If you have a look, you should be able to see that on the camera. Can you see all the araldite there? I mean, that's basically what gave way. As I said, it was 95% pilot error plus probably, but I was kind of hopeful that this, if this had been original Nirvana equipment, that it wouldn't have snapped. It might have just held long enough to forgive me for that mistake. Who knows? We'll never know. So 2 of these then I need. Now I have got 2 spares, but I've had a look at both the spares. Both the spares are in pretty poor condition. One of them's been araldited again. It seems to have got glue up here, so that looks like that would give quite easily, and the other one's split. The plastic is split on it. So I've got 2 spars, but both of those really aren't up to the task. Now I've used them for the repair at the moment, but this is just to make sure everything fits properly and works. But I'm going to have to replace the spars at some stage. The other thing that I wanted to do then is repair these. Now you can see this is one of them that got damaged, and the Nirvana has 2 clips that go from these hoops that fasten into the paramotor, one there and one there, and you've got 2 fans of this nylon monofilament that basically go to the hoop, and they're relatively taut, like tennis racket strings. So that's what we've got here, and it's damaged the monofilament on 2 of the hoops. It's snapped them and pulled the clips apart, but the clips do go back together. Now I've ordered new clips too, but I am going to use the existing clips to repair it, because I do have a plan. Is I don't want to put all the new equipment on for the next launch in case things go wrong again. I don't want to smash all the new equipment. If I'm going to damage anything, I want to damage the old equipment. So I'm kind of bodging things up a little bit. I don't like to use the word bodge, just to get things going and just get this launch sorted out. So what do we have to do to repair this then? Well, you know, if you look, this is nylon monofilament. Now where do we find nylon monofilament? You Australians will know this. That's right, fishing. So this looks like fishing line to me, and I've measured the diameter of the fishing line, and it's about 1 millimeter. Probably just a little bit more than 1 millimeter, but certainly closer to 1 millimeter than it is 2.9 millimeters. So I went looking for fishing line. So I'm off to buy some fishing wire from a fishing wire shop. Oh, grudge.
Just put this rubbish in bin.
So, Nirvana fishing wire. I don't think we'll catch anything with that. So I'm off down to a local shop to see if I can find some fishing wire to fix my Nirvana. So here I am, the old Chinese shop, Hyper Asia, and some fishing wire, eh? Can't find any. Looks like they've got everything except fishing gear. So it seems the little Chinese shop sells everything except 1 mil fishing wire. One try Decathlon. So Decathlon, which is alarmingly close to the McDonald's. That boy needs to try and avoid places like that. Let's see if we can find some 1 mil fishing wire. It's full of sports equipment. Oh, well, that was a fail. So the thickest fishing line they've got there is 0.7 mils, and I need 1 mil. So, defeated. Gonna have to have a look on the internet. So it's really disappointing then. So the largest diameter fishing line I could find was 0.7 millimeters, and I needed 1 millimeter. And I'd just about given up on the idea, and after going into those shops we decided to go and do a little bit of shopping. I had to do the old cushion thing, you know, with the wife. So we went into a shop called Leroy Merlin's. Leroy Merlin is a South African shop, but we're here in Spain. But it's kind of the equivalent of Bunnings in Australia, or Home Depot if you're in the United States. Home Depot. And B&Q if you're in the UK. Good old B&Q. So we went in there cushion shopping, and while we were shopping, look what I found. Take you back, chubsters. They've made it out of strimmer wire. So that's right, strimming wire. The strimmer wire was a little bit different in the fact that it had a little bit more memory in it. It was a little bit stiffer, and it didn't feel as though it was probably as elastic as what the existing Nirvana line is. Now, I don't think it's very much money at all to buy replacement Nirvana line. It's just about pragmatics and time and getting it sorted out. So I went ahead and did a repair. Now, it's at this point where I had some footage of me doing the repair. I had this sweet little video of me repairing this and putting the new clips there on the line, which is a little bit of a challenge, but not too difficult. But it's all gone. It's all deleted. It's all gone to digital heaven. So what I'll have to do is just skip ahead and show you the new hoop sections back on my paramotor. Now, I repaired one. There's this other one to be repaired, but I'm not going to do that right now because I did have another spare hoop section which looks like it's got a bit of a DIY job. You'll see it. It's kind of got yellow and green, which looks like definitely sea fishing line. And I'm just going to use that because once I get flying, get the muscle memory and my confidence going again, I'll feel much more confident in replacing some of this not quite new equipment with brand new equipment. Well, there we are. So that's basically the fix. Fixed it. Okay, this side I'd already got a spare. It's a little bit mismatching. Somebody's made one of these, a bit of a DIY job, but it does the job. Okay, and until I finish damaging and breaking things, then that'll do for now. So cage is intact again. I was pretty blown away by how supportive everybody's been over the accident that I had last week. It was not quite an accident, was it? But the damaged equipment that I had last week. So I've had lots of positives, people saying they've done exactly the same thing, lots of support. Really do appreciate that. That's 99.999% of you. There's a very small fraction of black-hearted people out there, and you know who you are, but they're not worth much more than that as a mention. A few people have kind of commented about ground handling skills and things like that. I'm not convinced that ground handling skills are that useful when it comes to flying trikes, but I do keep my ground handling skills up to date, more or less. I'm you know, I could be much better, but I certainly go out and practice. I just don't show them on the videos because we did a lot of that in the early days on this channel, and I just didn't feel as though that was relevant. But I do get out to the beach, and I do get out to the local field. When we take the dog for a walk, I'll often take the wing, and I'll have 15-20 minutes, maybe half an hour of ground handling. It's kind of good fun. If you get a good breeze down at the beach, it's pretty phenomenal fun sometimes. So that's more or less it. So sorry it's taken so long to deliver this video. It was a real pain in the backside losing all that data, but I think we've kind of got it now. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this journey, please subscribe, hit the bell icon, that way you'll get notifications. Give it a thumbs up, they're always useful. I really like to see some of the thumbs up attitude. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.